I just want to talk about one of my favorite things Bungie has been doing with the Destiny 2 sandbox for a little bit that honestly they haven't been like really overhyping all that much. And I just kind of thought about this because of that Edge of Fate reveal, and it's something I hope they keep doing here and there because it is kind of fun to see it happen, and it kind of changes up loot chase and things like that. And that's new unique frames, not just like this pulse rifle fires in a little bit faster. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about like rocket sidearms, heavy crossbows. I think there's a new shotgun frame. There's a rapid slug now, I think. Before we talk too much more about the idea of new frames, I just want to say thank you to my sponsors over at Advanced AG's. Great products, great friends. Go check out their website right now. They got a summer deal going on. Not only do they have the brand new margarita lime hydration flavor, but they also have flavor combos. You can get 2 tubs for a little bit cheaper, and my discount code still works on that being Spycer 10. And also, they just launched protein powder. So if you're trying to get yolk this summer, you may want to go pick some up. But yeah, if you're interested in all in Advanced GG's products, whether it's the hydration formulas, the energy, the focus, which the energy and the focus will give you a boost of energy to help you grind Edge of Fate when that comes out later this summer, or you're trying to work out in the gym, that whey protein powder that just came out, you might want to check that out. The sleep formulas for if maybe you're having a little issues sleeping, it'll help you out. Trust. I use a ton of Advanced GG products. I really do enjoy their stuff, and I do highly recommend it. It's great stuff. And when you use my code and my link, I get paid for that. It's a great way to support the channel while also getting yourself some great products. Anyways, back to the video at hand. So, in Edge of Fate, almost at final shape. In the Edge of Fate, we're going to get a legendary. Usually we get an exotic preview of a new archetype first a lot of the time. But we're getting legendary bows in the heavy slot, and that's going to be crossbows, where it's basically infinite ammo. You can go retrieve the bolts. They seem to do less damage than a lot of other heavies due to that fact. So there's that, but it seems fun, at least for flavor purposes, at the very least. But we're also getting rocket firing pulse rifles, which is interesting. I'm not sure I'll probably like them as much as say like rocket sidearms are so good. Like, they're wonderful. And I think there was like a little snippet in a trailer of a new shotgun frame. It was like Rapid Slug, and that might be a renaming of... Actually, I think there's only the one slug frame. I don't know. So we might be getting a new slug frame for shotguns, which is pretty cool, I guess. I'm interested in seeing it. And this is something that has really ramped up over the past couple of years. Like, we've been getting, very slowly at least, new archetypes here and there. But in the past year, I think we've seen the full return of 4-round pulses. And I think we have 2-round now. Yeah, we have 2-round pulses now. Sidearm, burst sidearms are back now. I think there's like 2-round burst hand cannons. Those are kind of new. We have the new shotgun hand cannons coming in final shape. In Edge of Fate. Sorry. And last year we got, of course, rocket sidearms. We got area denial grenade launchers, which is a really cool frame. I wish it was a little bit better, but I think the issue is these frames come out and they're very flavorful, but they don't have a lot of punch to launch with. But I think it will get there. Same with the micro missile frame. That is a frame in and of itself, and that's really cool. It's apparent to me that it is much harder for Bungie to make completely new weapon types. It is much easier for them to make a new version of those. And one that I'm excited for that I could see happening in the future is special swords. We got Ergo Sum, a random rolled exotic sword that goes in the elemental slot. So, who's to say we can't get a kinetic slot energy kinetic slot special sword? That would be really fun. Trace rifles, we have a heavy one now and a primary one now. I don't think we'll get more primary framed trace rifles. Maybe heavy. We might get heavy ones, which are just probably machine guns that are worse at ad clear but better at boss damage or something like that. Maybe I could see that happening. But it's apparent that it's much easier for Bungie to reskin archetypes, and not even reskinning them. You're basically making brand new archetypes, but using tags relating to other things, which also helps us as players because we're not flooded with too many weapon archetypes that don't interact together for bounties. Because like a lot of linear fusion rifles will fill up fusion rifle bounties, sidearms, whether it's rocket or standard primary sidearm, will both work for sidearm bounties, and the new heavy bow will work for bow bounties. So that's really cool that they're allowing us to do that. Of course, we could always wish for more. Maybe a special or a heavy SMG. That would be cool. Like, it's a dual-wielded SMG that takes special ammo, and it does more damage. You might not be able to aim down sights, so it's just kind of harder to control. Double the bullets. There's some cool stuff you could do with that idea, whether it's only an exotic or if there are legendary variants of that idea. But I think one of the things that I've seen over the years asked for a few times is flamethrowers, and I think that's a really decent idea to look at. And I do have a video possibly in the future going over a take for adding flamethrowers to Destiny 2, or throwers, because it would be more than fire. It'd have all the different damage types and just spew them around the battlefield. So maybe I'll have that coming out at some point decently soon. I don't know, probably not. But yeah, no, it's just something cool that I think should be put out there so Bungie knows that, this is a cool thing. I'm glad that we're getting more variants and weapons that aren't just more perks that do nothing in our perk pools. These are very flavorful weapons that genuinely act differently, so they can enact different power fantasies, and they are fundamentally different. And that is probably way better than kill clip but worse, or rampage but bad. Kind of what we've been getting lately when it comes to new weapon traits. At least that's my opinion. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I just want to talk about that. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the pinned comment down below. Check out Advanced GG, all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time.